welcome to our very last watch-along episode for Bridgerton Season 1. Join us as we watch Daphne and Simon get their happily ever after, at 1.5 times speed of course, and hear a bunch of our predictions for Season 3, along with our cat scale for the season. I know it's been such a long time coming. We also discuss the economics of Regency-era gambling, try out a new type of podcasting where Rachel dances and Allison narrates it for the listener, and Rachel spends at least 5 minutes talking about how she wants to see the Little Mermaid live-action remake. Don't be a Cressida Cowper, and make sure to leave us a rating and review while you're listening. Enjoy the show!
Episode 8.
The finale. Do you know what I just realized just now?
What?
We have to do the cat scale this episode. I didn't think about that at all.
Me neither.
It's been so long since we started this. So
I went to the ballet last week, and at one point it was so cat-like, Allison. I can't explain. I guess we should have known that, but ballet, off the charts. At one point they were doing this I guess some would call it a spider crawl type thing, but it was so
imagine
cat.
The girl from the ring.
Let me demonstrate. Obviously they were doing it on point, but to get onto the stage, let me try to demonstrate. Hold on. Okay, watch. Ready?
Rachel is turning the camera.
Hold on. I take the headphones out. I'm not gonna be able to hear you. Okay.
She is getting off her bed, standing. Oh my God, what is that? She's doing a bizarre sideways, the bear walking hands, but sideways, but skating sideways. I'm kind of reminded of a move that Taylor Swift does in the Delicate music video, where she bends down and swings her arms. I don't know. I'm sorry that you can't see this, listener. Rachel has now returned to the bed. She stopped doing this weird demon mating ritual. That didn't look even remotely cat-like. It did look a little bit like bear walking, bear, that's what it's called.
Yeah, bear crawling. Yeah.
Bear crawling. Yeah, that's what it's.
I bet I could find it online.
I mean, I don't even want to know what it really looked like. I just want the image of you doing it in my head. Wait, they were doing that on point?
Yeah, that part where they were on point, their legs were on point while they were doing that part.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, it was
that's terrifying. That's terrifying. Okay. All right.
Okay. So
there's this beginning anecdote about the shortest courtship ever, Mary Leopold. And I know before season 2 came out, there was a lot of speculation that was a reference to Mary Sharma, Kate's mom.
Right.
And people were and we talked about it. We were no, it doesn't make sense timing wise. But now having watched that again after watching season 2, I think that's what they were going for, because it was supposed to be, it was a scandalous courtship and she leaves the country. It specifically stated that Mary Leopold left the country never to be seen again. So I think that's what they were trying to accomplish, but I just don't think they did the math.
Why was Mary scandalous? Oh, right. It was scandalous because the dad was poor or whatever, TM. And they were no one knows why they left the country. But isn't it kind of obvious? They left the country because to go back to India where he's from. I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's what. Yeah, I remember the years weren't making sense, but
if based on the year that they say Edwina would have been 9, which doesn't match up. In season 2. So
yeah, don't worry. Listen, whatever. And then it's not really brought back. I don't know. Yeah, there's just a lot.
I think it was because there's a bee in that first scene that lands on the character. So, I really think it was supposed to be a wink, wink, nod, nod.
Mm-hmm.
They just I don't know.
To those in the know.
They're not good at math. I guess.
Francesca's coming home.
LOL. Oh yeah. In last episode, Violet's oh, it's so nice that we're all together again. I'm wait, you have another daughter. Where is she? Where is Francesca?
She's apparently in Bath and she's back. Daphne's Francesca's coming home. So glad.
Yeah. Which honestly it sucks for that actress, because she left Bridgerton because she got the lead role in another Netflix show, and that show got canceled after one season.
That sucks.
So that really sucks.
Yeah.
Anyway, the greatest disappointment of this season, however, is not Francesca not being there and Violet, her own mother, not remembering that. But it's the canon confirmation of Philip Crane, which basically destroys any chance of them making Eloise gay, frankly. I just think they would not have included his character as a little Easter egg.
I mean, is it an
Eloise
Easter?
was
I
gonna
don't
hook up with
know.
him.
I also don't. I agree. I don't think Ellie's gonna be gay. It's just like I also don't put it past them to somehow make her be with someone besides. But like, have Philip and Marina be totally extraneous.
I might believe that if they hadn't shown up in season 2, if we hadn't been reminded of them.
Yeah, and like, normally I would trust that. It's just that like. And I think if I was watching the show without reading the books, I would be assuming that like everything was significant and I wouldn't have necessarily been proven wrong yet. It's just that like there are so many, I don't know.
That is something that season 2 I think does a lot better than season 1, like is the like cohesive character arcs. Like everything, most things that the characters do, even if you don't like that, particular character arc, like most things that they do further their arc along and like make sense. Whereas like in this season, like the random ladies gambling night, like what, like that was just pulled out of nowhere. Like they're just like, it's like they ran out of ideas after like episode 6. And so they're just throwing things at the wall.
That's like, yeah, that's exactly.
I mean, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. Like that's exactly how it feels. Yeah. Yeah, like unclear season 2. I mean, season 2 also, like it just dragged on for so long.
Well, yeah, because season 2, the middle of it dragged on.
Right.
But then they tried to cram too many ideas into like the last episode.
I don't even know. Yeah.
It's like Kate goes from like full unconscious concussion to like,
oh yeah,
fireworks marriage proposal by the end. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, girl.
That was so
not in the 19th century.
That was just too much.
Anyway, we don't have to think. Did you know Simone Ashley is in the new Little Mermaid movie?
I didn't.
She plays one of the sisters of
that's fun.
one of the
when is sisters. Has that come out? Like I feel like
it's come out.
Okay, when?
Like maybe a week or 2 ago.
Oh, okay. Because I feel like I heard about it like so long ago, and then I kind of just like assumed it must have come out, and I just like missed it because I didn't know. But then like I kept seeing
you heard about it because all the racists were making the big stink about them casting a black actress to play Ariel.
But I also like would have, I don't know. I simultaneously like would have expected to hear a lot more about it or like less. Like I either was like, oh, it must have like flopped, and so that's why I didn't hear about it. But like if it came out a week ago, I would have expected to see more. I guess I'm not the target audience, but like I should be. Like they should know that. I'm sorry.
The nostalgia audience. Well,
yeah.
It's the one thing that I think is really, I mean, I haven't seen it yet, but the one thing that I think is really funny is the girl that plays Vanessa, who's like the hot version of Ursula. You know what I mean? Like when she like enchants. No.
Oh, yes.
When she enchants Prince Eric, turns into whatever. The girl that plays her, all, the racists who are mad that there's a black Ariel who are like, you should have played you should have played Ariel, like blah, blah, blah. And she is just fully like anyone that comments that on her social media, she just fully blocks them. And just like constantly posts video where she's like, guys, I can't even sing. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Oh, yeah, I really want to watch that now. Wait, yeah, I feel like personally offended that I haven't been getting more. Are you sure it's out?
Getting ads for it.
Where?
I'm hearing about it on Twitter because people are talking about it on Twitter.
Okay, I see it. They committed to like a really dark cover. Relative, just because when you search on Disney Plus, it comes up next to like the cartoon one.
Wait, is it on Disney
Little
Plus
Mermaid
already?
Return to the Sea? It is. Oh no, it's only the trailer. Oh, is it in theaters?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, I could go see it in theaters. Wait,
this is just like a little. I'm
sorry.
Your emotional like roller coaster.
I know.
Yeah, go see it. I've been considering seeing it because I've just heard like. I mean, it's a live action Disney movie, so you have to go in, with a certain expectations. But unlike Beauty and the Beast, the actress that plays the princess can actually sing very well. And in fact, that is her primary career.
Oh, really? It has a 95% audience score and 68%.
Yeah, I heard it was really fun. Except that it's the most like meme / criticism I've seen of it is like the songs that they added, and apparently there's like a rap song between like Scuttle And it's because Lin-Manuel Miranda is involved. And like, it's just like,
oh my God, absolutely. Wait, okay. So when you Google like Little Mermaid Rotten Tomatoes, the first, like the top news stories that come up are like, despite getting review bombed in some places, The Little Mermaid just hit a Rotten Tomatoes milestone. Forbes, there's something fishy about The Little Mermaid audience review scores. Update, the critics must be crazy. Like, and then you open it and it's like, updated 5/29 with a review below. Turns out I actually really like this movie. Second update. Like first he was like, yeah, something fishy, like as if there's like some conspiracy with the audiences. And he's like, actually, turns out the critics are just wrong.
And then he was like, wait, it was delightful. Was I wrong? Am I the villain? Am I the baddie?
I find it utterly preposterous that this film would score that much higher with audiences than with critics. Like,
why? That's like a tale as old as time.
No, I know.
Yeah,
like, critics, well, not entirely like politically aligned,
movies
are much more likely as a group to be sympathetic to. Yeah, no, he's like, no, I was right. Listen, or I was wrong. Listen,
I'll take the L. I'll admit it. I'll post it in a national magazine.
Listen, well, I want to see it. Yeah, nice. Yeah.
I feel like it would be a movie that would be like good to see in theaters. You know how like there are some movies that like.
I just really like Little Mermaid.
I really like The Mermaid too, but there are certain movies that where like you're like, wow, I wish that I'd seen this in theaters because it, that would have been that's what it's made for, as opposed to TV.
Yeah. Oh, I can't go this weekend. If I could go right now.
Oh my God. Okay. Can we fit?
Yeah.
Lord Featherington's getting into more debt. He offers the deed to his house as a bet. Yeah. And like he wins the bet, but then, his creditors like beat him, like kill him or whatever because, he cheated. And that you would think that would mean, and they took all their money back. Like we see that the money is all gone. So why does the whole deed to the house situation, why is that not the issue of season 2 for the Featheringtons instead of like the inheritor?
I guess they gave it back. I don't know, because then
why would they give it back?
Yeah, I have no idea. It doesn't make sense. But okay, yeah, you're right. That opens up more questions. I did have some questions answered because at first, like, there's the scene where he goes up to them at the match and they're like, oh, like you asked us here today, like we love a race, but like why? And he's like, I have a bet for you. And like I thought like they're sketchy. They're like their faces, like I thought
one of them has a scar.
Yeah. But like I thought their skeptical looks the whole time were like because they knew that he was like throwing the race. And I was like, well, why would you go through with this? Like, why wouldn't you just say like fuck you up front instead of like letting him cheat you and then killing him? But I realized the line that they say is like the only reason a lord like you would come to us is because your word is mud with the people that know you. So they're like, because you're coming, although he obviously does know them to a certain extent because he like called them there. But like, so that's why they're skeptical. They're like, you wouldn't be coming to us if you had it because the only reason you come to us is because the people that actually know
desperate.
You know that you suck and like can't be trusted. Okay. Because that's what I was confused. I was like, why would they? It seems like a pointless entrapment. Otherwise, it's like if they know he's going to cheat you, just like, or just kill him right there. But like, why even go through with like, right? Like if they're like.
No, I think that's what they do, like similar, I don't know, like pawnbrokers, not like they're not the same, but it's like the similar kind of
and they don't kill the boxer or take their money back from him. And it's not like he disappears. Like I would have like expected him to just like take the money and run and like disappear, but like he doesn't because he comes back in season 2.
I totally don't know. I think they were just throwing stuff at the wall at this point. Like
I mean, that made sense that like Mr. Featherington would die and like whatever. But like
sure, but like with the boxer starting his old gentleman's club, like it's
weird.
Well,
that's season 2. Yeah, that just doesn't make any
sense. I know, but they were setting that up,
right?
Because the whole season the whole season 1 he's talking about wanting to retire.
Yeah, and maybe he'll come back and be relevant in season 3. Like I'm so willing to be proven wrong. Like maybe they are playing the long game, and like it's just like it seems like there should be a point, at least like a mini point within each season too, and then like finally like a big point, but like.
I think you're giving them too many. Maybe, although they switched showrunners for season 2, and I think she's like staying on for like future seasons.
Okay.
So maybe that'll be more cohesive.
I mean, I don't think the biggest problem was season 1 to season 2. I just think it was generally like intra-season for like just I don't know.
Oh, I just saw a note where I wrote, how the fuck does Will Bondrick get to keep the money too?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
didn't think of
also
that
wondered
until
that.
now, but like, yeah, I don't know. Because that seems like just as important to disincentivize, right? Like the reason to kill him is to send a message to anyone else who might be thinking of doing this. I mean, like, don't you fucking even dare, because we're gonna get
Maybe
you.
it's like class solidarity. They're like, we'll take out the rich guy, the aristocrat.
Maybe, but like,
I
yeah,
don't know.
maybe, but like you have to make sure that the boxers aren't going to take the offer either, because it's like obviously just as lucrative for
Yeah, I don't know.
and they don't even have to put up the money up front. I guess they like lose their careers. That's like incentives.
Well,
but,
I
like,
do wonder whether, I mean, I think Will gets part of the pot, but I don't think the pot is just Lord Featherington. Like it's other people, it's like whoever's betting, isn't it?
so he gets
I don't
even
know.
more.
I don't know how gambling works.
He gets even more money. No, I think the only reason he gets money is because Lord Featherington splits it with him. Offers to, like, I don't think he automatically gets winnings from the betting. I don't know if his winnings are contingent on the betting, right? Like he gets money from like putting up the show and stuff, probably.
Mm.
And maybe he gets some money from like the people who are taking the bets, but that would be like a set percentage. Like maybe it's like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. I don't know.
Maybe he gets some kind of like boost for
Yeah,
like
maybe
winning,
it's like part of the pot. Yeah, I don't know.
but he lost, so like I don't know. I don't know how that. Yeah. Simon, yeah, and Simon like has the audacity to go up to him and start like trying to lecture him and like telling him off. But like the man's like, yeah, right. Like you're just like you get out of here. Like you have no leg to stand on. Yeah.
Go on, get.
Yeah. And then Daphne finally finds the letters to the dad. And like honestly, watching this back, like if I were her, she's like really bold because Lady Danbury comes up to her and is like, what are you doing? And like seems really the whole thing is weird because they fully lean into like the stutter being like a huge problem, not just because the dad's an asshole, but also like as if it's like an actual moral failing. I don't know, it just made me feel
It's
like
weird.
like imagine yeah, I don't know. It was weird and like ableist. It was just like weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's weird and ableist in the book too. Like it's not.
But I feel like in the book,
I mean, the
we
basic
don't have
premise.
other characters being like, yeah, like it's a good thing he like overcame this speech. Like, I don't know. I mean,
Well, the other characters didn't know about it. That's the
sure. We don't have like a Lady Danbury type character acting as if.
But the premise is still, oh, he overcame his disability through sheer will.
Sure, but I feel like it's not. Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? Like the like.
No, yeah, yeah. That the added layer.
Like he is bought into that because the dad is an asshole, but like there's not as someone else independently being. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah,
and she acts like really hostile to Daphne. I'm like, maybe you should like fucking told Daphne so she didn't have to snoot. Like Daphne should know. This is like silly. But it's almost like it's because she's like bought into this thing as like no one should know because he's like overcome. I don't know, whatever.
Remember in the book when like it's revealed that like his dad wrote him a bunch of letters when he was an adult, and then like they never read them in the book. And then it was the second epilogue where Julia Quinn was like, yeah, it was so weird. Like I didn't even think twice about the letters, but all these readers were like, what's in them? So like here it is.
Wait, and she gives us the letters? Did she actually?
No, she has Daphne read some of them and be like, oh, he's just talking about like the estate and like stuff, like he's not like apologizing. And then they like burn them or something.
Okay.
Like, so we still don't even get whatever.
I mean, actually, I don't know. I get that. I get why you wouldn't want to write that. Why you wouldn't want to like put that in the book.
No. But like there's not even a scene of him reading that. You know what I mean? Like they're not even brought up. I
guess just like in the narrative arc, like where would that fit? You know, because like we're not trying to redeem the bad character. So we have Anthony trying to convince. What's the opera singer's name? I can't for the life of me remember. Sienna. Okay, it's because it's a weird name. I would never. They're just like being all lovey-dovey, and he's like trying to convince her to like come with him. Like honestly, I'm like rooting for them in this moment. Like not for Anthony per se, but like I don't know.
Green
Like,
for her to get that
yeah,
bag,
fuck
secure that
it. Yeah,
bag.
like fuck that. You should be able to, you should run away together. He's not even saying run away together at this point. He's just saying like boldly come to the party with me and get shit talked. Like, I
Like
get
I
it.
get like he's not even proposing
Yeah.
marriage, he's just like be my public girlfriend.
Right.
Insane. He's
Yeah.
Rabbit Anthony. I do have a note. I don't know what
He's
triggered
so
this, but
rabid.
Rabbit
Yeah.
Anthony is back, baby.
He's so, does he ever stop being
He
rabid?
was
He's
like,
so
there was
fucking
a
rabid.
brief lull
Whoa.
where
Like
he
when
was
he
a
was
little bit
saying, when he
calm.
was like chill, when Benedict was talking
Yeah.
about the
Yeah.
Modiste dating them. Is her name Delacour? Yeah.
Yeah, Madame Delacour. Yeah. We also get a there's like a family bonding scene. I think it's when Francesca comes back.
With
Where
Simon.
we get a
Yeah.
whole fucking scene where Colin is singing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you have
Yeah.
Olivier award-winning actor Jonathan Bailey right there, and
I
you don't have him
know.
sing, and you have this like loser,
I
like
know.
this other
And
guy.
the subtitle says Gregory is singing and you can't see who's on stage. And I remember I saw that and I was so confused. I was like,
No, it's
who, this
Colin.
sounds like, I know, I was like, this sounds like an adult man. But I
No.
thought Gregory was a child. Who the fuck is Gregory? And then I was like, Colin could be named Gregory. Like that, he looks like he could be a Gregory. Like that's fair.
Greg.
Yeah.
Greg.
No, really. You're telling me he doesn't look like a Greg. He does look like a Colin, but he also looks like a Greg. Like you
I
look at that
agree.
man,
I agree.
unfortunately. Yeah.
No,
Oof.
it's so.
Listen.
I was like, why? Why doesn't Jonathan Bailey ever sing?
Maybe he will in the third one. Maybe they'll hear this.
He's in the Wicked movie. He's like the male love
He could have
interest
been
in
like
the Wicked
helping
movie.
Sienna practice her lines or whatever.
I want him. You know what I want? I want them, Kate and Anthony have a baby in season 3, and I want him to sing that baby a lullaby. That's what I want.
Fair enough.
That's a way to work it in.
I want to hear him sing. Isn't it weird how you can't really tell if someone will have a good singing voice from their speaking voice?
Yeah, a little bit.
I wonder what's up with that.
I had multiple like choir directors be like, "Oh, it's weird your singing voice," because I'm like a soprano, or I was, back when I practiced, and like my speaking voice is a lot lower. Like I speak in my lower register,
Yeah,
but I sing in a higher register.
that's true. Okay, yeah, because I was always boldly in alto, but I feel like my voice is higher than yours in general. That was probably just because I was able to handle the harmony. Listen, I'm choosing to take that.
Listen, I will take that L. Like I can't do harmony. I can't do it for shit. They've tried to make me do them, and I fail spectacularly every time. I can't.
It's harder.
Can't
they
do
take
it.
the kids that can do it. I remember ever since I saw that, I was like, you're right. I am better. It was like, yeah, basically like at the young age, like if you were like told a soprano or alto, it's just like which kids can like are able to like do the harmony instead of just the melody. Like that's the differentiation. Because like your voice, I was like, yeah, you're right. Yeah. I was always like vaguely insulted for some reason. It's like, listen, I am just better. No, but it's so weird. There must be some correlation. Like I bet you could make some kind of like regression of like voice versus singing. But like even when you hear like like really famous singers, like you really can't tell.
Well, but also because like good singing voice is kind of subjective in a way.
Right.
I mean? Like Bruce Springsteen versus.
Sure, but I just mean versus who?
Like an opera singer, like, you know what I mean? Like those are two different ends of the spectrum.
But you're saying this Jonathan Bailey man is like a really good singer, and like I would never, if you told me to like pick a Bridgerton sibling from the show or like really any member of the cast. Yeah.
I'm just saying he's won the British
him.
equivalent of a Tony.
No, I believe you. Sure, I believe you. It's just like I would never have picked him out of a lineup for that from like this gang, you know?
That's him, officer. He's the singer.
Yeah. Right.
It's like in that episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine when they have him do, oh fuck, he has him sing a song. I forget what it is. I don't know. It's like the cold open. He's having all the perps sing the song because like the criminal was singing the song, and then like at the end, like one of them say, "Oh, it's tell me why ain't nothing." Like I'm pretty sure it's that one. And then at the end of the cold open, like the woman that's standing next to him is like, "That's him. That's the man who murdered my brother."
What?
Like after they have like a big chorus of like, tell me.
Wait, I want to watch that. Wait.
It's great.
That's him.
That's the man who murdered my brother.
Oh my god. Jake makes the criminals sing. Well, only one of them's gonna be a criminal, whatever. Yeah. Speaking of good songs, yeah, and then Sienna's like, "Fuck you, Anthony." Like
they break up.
What I know is that you are lost. I cannot allow you to set me adrift as well. That was a good line.
Anthony's such a sub. Like,
Yeah.
at his core, he's such a sub.
Yeah.
The reason he has so much inner turmoil is because he's a sub trying to be a dom.
Yeah, that's so true.
And
Baby.
Kate is strong enough to be like,
yeah,
baby,
and
no.
he keeps being called out. Yeah, and then Simon's like he's like, when he's like fighting with Simon, he's like, yeah, well, you never had a dad that taught you how to be like a head of household. And Simon's like, yeah, well, you sure make it look hard. Anyway, then everything was resolved happily with the beautiful spring
shower
arrangement. Like that's I think it's Spring by Vivaldi is what the song is arranged.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the song they waltz. It's so beautiful. I love
one of the
that.
seasons, one of the 4
Listen,
seasons.
I think it is.
Is it spring? It could be autumn. I don't know. I
It's
listened
not-
to
it's
it
definitely
yesterday
not
while I was doing
autumn.
my crossword puzzle.
It's definitely not autumn because autumn sounds like death.
We get this
Yeah.
stupid where Violet's like, you are a Bridgerton. And I'm like, what does that mean? That means nothing. You've
I
not established what
know.
that means. We also get a moment when Lady Danbury tells everyone to leave because Simon and Daphne are having a moment. And the queen listens to her for some reason. Like, why is the queen listening to this random woman? Also, Daphne turns around and there's a zipper in the back of her dress, and I very openly cackled.
Seriously?
I was like, that's the laziest shit I've ever seen. You didn't even like cover that with like a little buttoned flap. Like, you didn't even try to not have that be a very open zipper.
God, or just like not show it in the shot. Like that would have been easy.
Maybe there was what's that zipper company that owns that's like 50% of all the world's zippers?
Yeah, YKK.
Maybe there was like a sponsorship. They're like, you got to slip in a zipper.
Listen, it's a good joke. It's a great joke,
Anyway,
even.
Yeah, Simon and Daphne make up. This is the 3rd time I've watched the season. I still don't really understand what like they're trying to get at as like the conflict. Like Simon not thinking he's worthy of love. I just feel like they didn't. I was like, this isn't really, I don't know. It never made sense to me. But yeah, then Daphne has her long-awaited child. And the bee appears, and I want to know whether the bee is going to continue to make an appearance in future seasons or whether that was just an Easter egg for Anthony.
Such a weird Easter egg. It makes no sense. I feel like it's going to continue. It's just like they chose that as a motif, and like it's cute if you don't think about it too much. Like
if you don't think about the fact that it's
very springy, very cute. It goes with their whole aesthetic, like the blue somehow.
Keep your enemies
goes nice
closer.
with yellow. Listen, definitely goes with the Bridgerton aesthetic.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Listen.
All right. Cat scale.
Okay. Overall. I
feel like it's pretty low. Anthony in this season is a rabid dog, and in season 2 he's a rabid cat. And Kate is a cat. You know what I mean? So he hasn't like made the transformation yet.
Yeah.
And none of the rest of them are cats.
Yeah, no. Look, they're wannabe cats. It's giving like red panda derogatory.
Oh no, actually, do you know who's a cat? Lady Featherington. Lady Featherington.
Oh, for sure. Cat. You're right. Yeah, for sure.
But
a cat like raising puppies. Like
yeah. Like one of those like heartwarming videos where it's like, look, cat mom adopts like animal that's not of her species.
Shit. Yes, exactly. No, yeah. Except she's like not heartwarmed. She's like, what the fuck? But like, I'm absolutely committed.
Why am I being forced?
Yeah. But like, I'm so committed.
But yeah, also there are a lot of dogs. Everyone has a dog as a pet, but no cats as pets. Not in season 2 either. It's pretty rude, frankly.
I agree.
All right.
Wait, there are a lot of dog pets? Who has a dog as a pet?
The Featherington. Well, Marina gets a dog from one of her suitors, and then Penelope plays with it for the rest of the season. The queen has all the dogs. The queen has like 10 Pomeranians.
What dog does Penelope play with?
It's like a little small, tiny little dog. It's just like a small little Pomeranian or something. Like it's one of the little, it's like a little one.
How did I miss that?
She's like playing with it. She's like sitting on the floor playing with it in the background in like a few scenes.
Okay. Fair enough. Listen, fair enough. Okay. So cat scale. 3,
2, 1, 2,
3.
I thought we were counting.
What do you mean?
Didn't count.
Well, I let you do it. We said it at the same time from my perspective.
Together.
I'm sorry. I think I realized that it's probably better. That was the only time that we've said the number at the same time, like from my perspective.
Oh, no, we didn't say it at the same time. You said 3 and then I
Oh,
said 2.
that's so weird.
I
Wait,
don't know what the
really?
delay is. Yeah.
That's so weird that I said it first. That doesn't make any sense because I heard you at the same time as me. How is that possible that I heard you earlier than you said it?
I don't know. You're asking too many questions. You're asking too many questions I don't have the answer to.
That's
I don't
suspicious.
know. Yeah, that's the end of Bridgerton season 1.
Hey, Allison. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll take one for the team. Thank
Hey,
you.
Rachel, where can you find us?
Well, Allison, you can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at We Read It One Night. You can find us on Etsy at Evelyn and Adelaide. Allison's got some awesome new designs that you should check out that you still have to send me pictures of so I can make TikTok content
Yeah, I
of
keep
it.
forgetting to do that.
Yeah, that's bold.
I keep opening Canva and then I get like distracted by like making memes instead.
Absolutely. Listen, it's productivity. What am I missing?
Email us.
Email us. We read it one night at gmail.com. And make sure to give us a rating and review wherever you listen. That's possible on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. I know that for a fact. And if you're listening
It's
somewhere
now
else,
possible, I feel like most places you're listening to your podcast.
yeah,
So don't be
listen,
a coward.
You can run, but you can't hide.
You know who? I don't know. I was gonna try to like make a like, you know what Bridgerton character that we don't like wouldn't leave a rating review, but I can't really think. Addie's scratching at the door. I can't really think of.
Okay. Cressida Cowper wouldn't.
Yeah, Cressida Cowper wouldn't leave us a rating and review, but she would listen to all our episodes without downloading. And listen, remember, you download and then you can undownload. You don't have to keep the download.
Yeah, and you can listen when you don't have Wi-Fi. Like that's the perk.
Yes.
Yeah. And also like I feel like most of you aren't struggling with memory the way I am. So like listen, just take one for the team.
Yeah.
We're not asking for much. I'm here hat in hand.
I've come to you in my hour of need. Asking
you come
you
to me in your hour of need, asking me.
I'm once again asking for a rating and review.
Listen.
I come to you on the day of your daughter's wedding, asking.
All right. Godspeed, comrade.
Godspeed.